Hello everyone, welcome to T's World of Beautiful Ideas. You are tuned into Money Wednesday, okay? Today we are on our 9th episode of 30 luxury expenses that the society has normalized, okay? And today's luxury expense is saying yes to every social event you get invited to, okay? I want you to come to a realization that an invite actually comes with two choices. The first one is you will say no or you will say yes, okay? Sometimes if you say yes, you are saying yes, and on top of that yes, you are saying, I'm gonna bring a present. And then sometimes you're like, I am not coming, which is a no, and however, I'll send through a present, okay? I want you to note that the society has actually coerced us into feeling bad for saying no to a social event invite. For example, a birthday dinner, a trip with the boys, a trip with the girls, a vacation on credit. You know, there's a video on vacations on credit under the luxury expenses that the society has normalized. You can check it out. Brunch or just a braai in the middle of nowhere, you know, you get invited to the social braai and you have not, you know, budgeted for it, okay? You do not have the money for it. The only problem with the social events that you get invited to, it comes in when you go into debt in a quest to show up in all these social events that you get invited to, okay? That's where the problem is. But if it does not get you into any credit, then and you after spending on it, you're still okay, you're still happy, you're still building your finances so well, then dlala what you may, okay? But it becomes problematic if it gets into, you know, that side of things, especially as a result of FOMO. The fear of missing out has actually become a huge catastrophe for many people's finances, okay? Has led many people to financial catastrophes, and people have to come to terms of teaching themselves that JOMO has to be their friend, because the joy of missing out is a real thing. And JOMO is actually a financial strategy, okay? It's a different ball game when you are a family member that is actually even involved in the planning of this particular thing. Sometimes in those setups, you are not necessarily invited, so you're not given that, you know, latitude to choose between coming or not coming. And when you find yourself in that situation and you know that financially you're not as where you want to be, communication would be key, okay? You can talk to them and make them understand that financially I'm not where, you know, I'll be able to attend all the social events that I get invited to. I love you, but I may not be able to attend all of them, okay? However, feeling the need to always say yes to this social events, even though you can feel that financially they are drowning you, is not a good idea. Okay, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing, you know, things that the society has normalized, which have crippled so many people's finances, right? And I'm a firm believer and an advocate for wealth creation, for, you know, financial buoyancy and financial freedom, and, you know, for people getting financial literacy knowledge so that they can make informed decisions in their finances, okay? The reason why some people always feel the need to, you know, go to or say yes to every social event could actually be that FOMO, the fear of missing out. And when you introspect, or when you see this video and now you start to introspect, you ask yourself, why have I always been saying yes to every social event? You get to realize that you have the fear of missing out. Then you dissect that fear. Why that fear? Sometimes it could just be image. You just want to be perceived in a particular way, that, oh, she's present or he's present, he's omnipotent, omnipresent. You cannot be everywhere at the same time, okay? So because of that omnipotency that you want to portray to people, the image that you want to set for yourself or for people to, you know, hold on to, is crippling your finances, okay? And when it cripples your finances, The music will be faced by you to dance to, because you will be the only one that is faced with those debts, and you'll be the only one that has to repay those debts that you know would have taken, the credit card money that you would have taken and used on all the social events that you were, you know, invited to and you could not say no to. Okay, you have to normalize saying no to events when they are showing potential of crippling you financially. Okay, now or in the future, this might be very informative and very helpful for someone or for me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into our Money Wednesday video. Let us meet next week, and bye for now.